and welcome back to the show, and welcome back to 5 Fast Facts on a Friday with me, Dan, for the visual guys. And this week we're going to take another look at one of well, for me at least, a classic and iconic cartoon character. Somebody that helped raise me as a young whippersnapper back in day to the man you see before you. We're going to take a look at another classic Cartoon Network show / character. It is, of course, Courage the Cowardly Dog for this week's 5 Fast Facts. The last couple of weeks I've been going through some crazy now 90s nostalgia. I know I always live in this nostalgia, is like my safe place, the 90s and all this kind of shit. It just makes me feel warm and happy. Biker Mice from Mars been redoing that. Street Sharks, a lot of Cartoon Network shows. A few months back redoing Ed and Eddie and stuff. Redone Courage the Cowardly Dog. I thought we need to do a 5 Fast Facts all about that lovely, beautiful, scared, purple fucking bastard. So anyway, visuals, 5 Fast Facts on a Friday, all about the legendary, the iconic Courage the Cowardly Dog. This one's quite a cool fact because the house and the little like sort of farm sort of thing going on around there, well, the house on the farm, is inspired by a real house and a real plot of land in Quebec, Canada. So the Courage the Cowardly Dog house and farm and shit is inspired by a real life one. Now, I don't know, when I went through like the little bit of research I was doing, it never said that they had any things about ghosts or anything popping up, but the land was inspired, was inspiration for the show. So it'd be quite cool if there were like weird, spooky, supernatural elements going on there. That would be sick. Look how shiny my forehead is with sweat and disgusting. But yeah, inspired from a real house. John R. Dilworth, who was he just the main creator? Who was the show's creator, actually based a lot of the fears and stuff that you see inside of the show on his own actual childhood fears. Now, I don't know from which monsters we see in the show were his exact fears, but some of the ones that you do see were stuff that he was scared of and whatnot when he was a kid, which is quite cool because obviously he's made a show about stuff that he's experienced with his own fears and all that kind of shit. But I think that's quite fucking cool. Real life fears from the creator when he was a boy put into the show. The episode titled The Mask actually pays homage to an iconic film in the form of E.T., where we see Courage and the bike and the basket and all this kind of stuff. There was lots of different moments throughout the show that pointed to different, at the time, pop culture and different movies and stuff like that. But yeah, it was a reference that I picked up on, not as a kid, but it's like, oh, fuck me, it's E.T. So a nice little E.T. reference inside of the episode The Mask. It's a bit of a bummer because I didn't realise it happened this way, but the show got cancelled in 2002. I thought that the show would just run its course. You know, like a lot of these shows, especially when I've gone back and watched them as a supposed adult, I just thought they didn't have like a lot of episodes, or they didn't run for a while because of whatever reason. But apparently the show actually got cancelled. So unfortunately, yeah, the show got cancelled. I would love to see them remake just a one-off episode, one more time, one more go around all of these shows, bring them back to the modern day. That would be awesome. But yeah, Courage the Cowardly Dog was cancelled in 2002. Now, this one's crazy. Well, you know, it's not crazy, you can understand, but huge movie inspirations for the show were films like The Shining and Night of the Living Dead and stuff. And it's just crazy because, and again, it's probably obvious now when you get older, but as a kid, like hearing about these like huge horror films being inspirations for this kids show, just to me, I can't quite wrap my head around it because it's like, oh, it's a kids show. I don't think that none of the two are connected. Not obviously thinking about the creators behind the camera and stuff would be fans of older genre and rated films and stuff like that. But yeah, two iconic horror films there, like Night of the Living Dead and The Shining, were huge inspirations for the show. And there we are, visuals. That was another edition of 5 Fast Facts on a Friday. If you did enjoy, please Wabuski and Shanuski. Let me know in the comments below anybody or anything you want 5 Fast Facts on in the future, because we will surely get it done. But apart from that, visuals, enjoy your weekend. Have a beautiful, whatever day I upload this. It should be a Friday, but sometimes it's a Thursday night. Whatever happens, just enjoy. Keep fucking smashing life, you beautiful bunch of bastards. But remember to always keep being you and keep on keeping on.